Ouais, fait que, non, c'est le fun de mettre ce premier but-là à la maison derrière moi. Puis, c'est ça. Ça va toujours être spécial pour moi de jouer ici. C'est l'équipe que j'ai grandi. Puis maintenant, d'entendre mon nom, c'est quelque chose de spécial. Donc, non, c'est super le fun.
As-tu entendu la tourne de Serpent après ton premier?
Ouais, en fait, j'ai entendu aussi quand je suis sorti pour la première étoile. Donc, non, c'est le fun. Je suis vraiment fier de jouer ici. Comme j'ai dit, c'est l'équipe que j'ai regardée en grandissant. Donc, je me considère vraiment privilégié d'avoir l'opportunité de jouer ici.
Hier, tu disais, si je finis par en marquer un, ça va peut-être débouler. Après ça, es-tu bon généralement en prédiction?
Ouais, absolument, je m'en sors bien. Puis il faut croire que ça a été de bonnes prédictions. Mais je pense que l'équipe en général, on a bien joué. Je pense que notre trio a bien joué aussi. Cole a fait une super belle passe sur mon premier but. Donc, je pense qu'on commence à bien se compléter en tant que trio. Puis on crée une certaine chimie. Donc, il y a beaucoup de crédit aussi qui revient à mes coéquipiers. Donc, je suis content. Puis il faut juste continuer sur cette lancée-là.
Au-delà de tes deux buts à toi, à quel point c'était important que c'était beau, vous génériez récemment, mais là, de la mettre dedans à 5 contre 5 pour votre
Ouais. Non, c'est ça. C'est le fun. C'est le fun quand tu as des opportunités, mais c'est encore plus le fun quand tu finis par scorer, par la mettre dedans. Donc, non, comme je l'ai dit, c'était une belle victoire d'équipe. Je pense que les 20 joueurs se sont présentés. On a joué de la bonne façon. On a bien sorti en début de troisième. Puis je pense que c'est ça qui nous a permis de sortir avec la victoire. Là.
Comment tu décrirais la pression ici?
That we still work on, and it's a step by step, day by day, and we try to improve 1% every day, and it piles up, and got to be ready for the end of the year, and that's where everything matters.
Tell me a bit about the defense tonight. Obviously, you guys kept the shots way down.
Yeah.
How did the defense look in front of you?
No, yeah, great. I mean, they play really well. That's if they play like that, and if I help them out here and then that's all that matters. And I'm really proud of the guys, and I'm happy for them that they play confident. They play really good offensively too. So everything is good right now.
A little bit of a challenge when there isn't that much work.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it goes either way, right? You have 40 shots, it's a hard game. You have 10 shots, it's a hard game. I don't pick and choose. I just try to do the same thing over and over, and if it works, it works, and it works today, and tomorrow is a new day, and Saturday is another day, and hopefully they get more shots. If not, that sucks for them. If you don't shoot, you can already score. So, yeah.
Thanks.
I felt like your biggest saves tonight were reactionary, where it was just, you didn't have to think all that much. The puck was really kind of on you. What is that a sign of in your game right now?
I personally need to look back. I always look at the games and see. Yeah, could be. I don't have any answers right now. I need to rewatch it. I don't even have idea who scores sometimes. So yeah, it's I need to look at it.
When you have a game like that where there's not many shots against, how are you keeping your focus and concentration?
Just try to remind the things that brings me success. Do a little bit of skating. Take a break when I need to, but when it's time to go, dial in on the black puck and try to stop it.
Do you like a game?
As a young player to figure it out in this league, it's long, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he hasn't played like that many games, and he's learning his way. He's been a star player, through junior, and when you come to the NHL, you got to find your way, and he's doing that. Playing physical, really good on the forecheck. I think he's brought that, and when he plays that way, it really helps the other guys on the ice.
starting to feel for Owen back.
Did they not give it to him?
No, well, I don't know. Maybe they changed it after the game, but it was Dobson's until the end of the game. He knocked the glove off. Glove off the puck, or the puck went in or something like
Really?
that. They said that Nike.
I swear I watched them poke it, but
I think everyone saw that, but they seem to think
I mean,
that
hopefully
Nike
they. I don't know if they. Hopefully they get it
He
right,
still
no
lost
matter
the
what.
moment.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
He still gets robbed of the moment, even if they give it to
yeah.
him.
I mean,
It sucks.
feeling for the guy. I mean, he's had some. Goals called back, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. He's going to the right areas. He's getting chances. If they don't give it to him, I'm sure he's gonna get one.
I'll check right now.
Nick, it's 3 really tight defensive games in a row, even though you lost one from them. Did you make
Yeah.
a conscious decision after New York City to say that you got to play tighter hockey? And it's good offensive teams do, like the Oilers.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we talked about the scoring chances. We've given up 5-on-5, and it's been really low all those games. You know, that's a great recipe for success, and we're able to get the goals tonight to win the game.
Two goals were called off again for us. I just thought that was good on the moment.
Yeah. Emotionally, it's a bit challenging, especially at those moments in the game where you get a lead or advance your lead even more. But guys are able to keep it steady and add to our lead after.
Nick, how much do you still got to say? Your third and fourth lines have really kind of come on recently and helped the big guns out.
Yeah, it's for sure. I thought Jake's line has been playing really well. Same with Becker's. They've generated some stuff off the rush in the zone, setting us up, row zone faceoffs. So I think overall our team played pretty well tonight.
I'll probably make you repeat. I'm sorry about it, but 3 successful challenges in the same game. Have you ever seen that?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, it's all close calls, all right calls that they got, so can't really complain too much.
Do you think the game would be better without offside review?
Bonsoir.
Salut Martin. Salut. Récemment, vous avez eu des bonnes performances défensives, mais à quel point celle-là, c'est une des meilleures que...
Elle était bonne. Non, mais elle était bonne. Ça où tu joues, ça ne dérange pas contre qui tu joues. Il y a des situations qui sont très similaires. Puis, c'était pas parfait, mais je trouve que on a un engagement de ce côté-là. Là. On donne pas beaucoup de choses.
Souvent, des fois que vous n'êtes pas capable de séparer l'équipe. Ouais. Ce soir, vous auriez pu séparer le bonheur aussi.
Oui, les offside. Oui. Mais je trouve qu'on a bien géré le match en deuxième moitié. Je trouve qu'on a joué à notre identité. On a fabriqué beaucoup de chances sans prendre de risques. Fait que moi, c'est encourageant.
Au-delà de ces 2 buts, Zachary Bolduc, est-ce que tu as l'impression qu'il te donne de plus en plus ce que tu recherches au sein de ce trio-là en termes de F1 en attaque, en termes également de responsabilité défensive?
Oui, je trouve qu'il s'améliore à jouer la game. Je sais c'est quoi ses forces, mais il faut que tu sois capable de jouer la game avant que... en avant de juste jouer dans tes forces. Il y a une game qui se passe. Tu vas avoir une couple de moments durant la game que tu vas jouer dans tes forces, mais je sais pas c'est quand ça arrive, ça. Faut que tu sois capable de jouer la game. Puis je trouve qu'il nous donne plus de constance de ce côté-là.
À propos de Adam Engstrom, tu parles de jouer, d'éviter le risque inutile en troisième période. C'est-tu un gars qui, justement, minimise le risque, somme toute, dans son jeu?
Ben, je pense qu'il garde ça quand même assez simple, sans... c'est pas comme s'il veut pas la rondelle. Il joue avec beaucoup de confiance, mais je trouve qu'il garde quand même les choses assez simples là, en avant de lui. Mais tu vois qu'il a un bon bagage d'outils là, pour il a un bon lancer. Il est capable de créer de l'espace aussi, là, puis ou de rester dans l'espace au lieu de patiner vers le forecheck, puis ça te donne plus d'options. Fait que non, je trouve que j'aime ce que je vois.
Jérémy et Guillaume. Martin, je te pose la question parce que c'est arrivé quand même à plusieurs reprises récemment. Là, ça fait un certain nombre d'années là, que tu permets aux équipes d'aller à la reprise vidéo pour les hors-jeux. Es-tu un grand fan de ça?
Des hors-jeux?
Tu sais, la loupe là, qui check pour le poil de
ben, je suis un gros fan quand que ça marche pour moi. Ouais. Non, c'est sûr, mais c'est... une bonne chose. Ben, moi, je trouve que ça devrait être comme ça. Il y a des règlements, puis on a la technologie pour appliquer les règlements. Fait que c'est... Tout ce qui arrive, mais c'est à 95% le vrai. Fait que ils sont capables d'aller vérifier. C'est plate quand tu te fais pogner de l'autre bord parce que t'es content, puis là, c'est une drôle de séquence, surtout sur, c'est quoi, ça a arrêté le 4e but ou le 3e? Ça a arrêté le 3e? Ouais. Puis il y avait 2 séquences d'hors-jeu. Fait que là, mais moi, j'ai juste vu le premier au début. Fait que là, c'est correct. Mais là, il y en avait un autre bien avant ça, que là, on a continué à reculer, puis on a regardé ça. Non, celle-là, il n'a pas l'air correct. Mais, anyway. Mais je trouve qu'on a continué, on n'a pas... moi, je pense que après la deuxième, je trouve qu'on méritait mieux. On aurait pu être plus séparés. Je trouve que notre power play nous a donné beaucoup d'opportunités. On n'a juste pas marqué. Mais on a scoré de bonheur en troisième, hein. Ça, je pense que ça l'a ramené les choses où ce qui devrait être, je pense, à ce moment-là de la game.
Salut Martin. La semaine dernière, quand on parlait des nouveaux duos de défenseurs, tu disais une des raisons, c'était d'en donner un peu plus à Carrier. Ce soir, tu en as donné beaucoup plus, presque 25 minutes. Est-ce que c'est un défenseur que tu sens plus efficace avec plus de volume de jeu?
Mais je pense en général, les défenseurs vont toujours te dire qu'ils sont toujours plus efficaces avec plus de volume. Mais tu sais, on est quand même beaucoup de profondeur, surtout quand Mike est dans le line-up, quand Goulet est dans le line-up, c'est beaucoup de profondeur. Fait que tu sais, c'est un bon problème à avoir, mais c'est dur à donner beaucoup de quantité à bien des gars quand on a tout le monde en santé. Fait que tu sois capable de me donner des qualités no matter what. Non, peu importe. Peu importe, mais je trouve qu'il nous donne du bon hockey récemment, Alex. Puis c'est sûr, peut-être avec un petit peu plus de temps. Puis là, mais il faut remplacer des minutes de Mike un petit peu. Je pense que ça va lui donner de la confiance. Puis ça va mettre notre équipe encore meilleure, mais qu'on reçoit tout en santé.
It's been about a month since you first took Slav off the line with Nick and Cole. I know he went back after, but how does it change the look of your forward group, being able to have Slav on another line? How does it help things fall into place, if it does?
I think it gives us a little more depth, you know, and, you know, but with, you know, Suzuki, Cole, and Boldy, you know, Suzuki usually plays against, you know, top guys, and I think like the way Boldy has evolved in the last month, I feel it's allowing us to play inside of that. You know, and also I think like, you know, Jakey, Andy, and Texia gives us some pretty good, helps us with the matchup a little bit and kind of spreading the matchup, not be so hard, like you can spread it and just make sure you're lined up properly. But I think it just gives us more depth, you know, while we're going through the injuries that we've had.
On Texier, though, when he first got here, I think myself, or I don't know anyone else, would have not thought that that's where he would have wound up. How does he help Jake and Josh on that line? Just his different skill set from theirs.
I think Tex plays with a lot of predictability. You know, I think he's a very smart player. I always knew he had lots of skills. Kind of learning about his level of IQ right now. I feel it's pretty high, and usually those guys are very predictable, and if they get stuck in unpredictable moments, if it's a one-on-one situation, he's really good at taking care of the puck or using his skill to advance it or whatever. So I mean, right now this line is giving us some offense, and it's actually been pretty reliable.
I was going to ask about Slafkovsky also. The last 5-6 games, it looks to me like he's playing his best hockey. What do you see him maybe doing differently playing with the two rookies? And it looks like he's taking a sense of pride on that line. It's sort of like his line, even though he's not the center.
I think he gets more touches in the O-zone, and I think he's playing very physical in the O-zone with and without the puck. I think Cappy balances out, you know, by usually being around the net or in the scoring area. I think Slav does a lot of the work below the goal line. I find when he plays with Suzy and Cole, he probably touches it less in the O-zone. He's probably going net front guy. So I would say that probably more consecutive touches he gets in the O-zone.
It must feel good as a coach when you make that move and then you see him, you know, being taken off the first line but embracing it.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think his minutes are down because of it, you know.
It's like having two first lines in a way, right?
I mean, it gives us depth, gives us option, gives us layers through matchup, and, you know, no, he's, I've liked what I've seen.
It's not a secret that Zach is a gut chez nous. Nick was talking about how he seems to embrace wanting to have that moment. Can you see how that could challenge him in ways as he's trying to figure out how to play the game instead of just his game?
Yeah. I mean, he's coming from, you know, different team, different teammates. You come in trying to get acclimated. You kind of, you know, not sure what chair you're going to sit in. You know, different system, whatever. I just feel like he knows his strength. He knows his weaknesses too. And, you know, we've been attacking that. And I think, you know, him like playing the game, not just the stuff that he's good at, it benefits everything else. He gets to do more of the stuff that he's good at if you just play the game and not just look for the stuff that you like to do. You don't know when it's coming. Could be 2-3 times in the first 3-4 shifts, and you might not see that for for 3-4 shifts. So you just got to be able to do what, you know, the team is asking you to do, and it's taking care of the team. And he's not a selfish player. He knows that there's holes in his games that we're trying to fill and make him a complete player.
He scored doing the things he liked to do tonight, but
Yeah.
what enabled him to score those goals, to get into that position to shoot the puck as hard as he could?
Well, I feel it's probably a little bit of the predictability in our collective game. You know, we talked about where he scored his first goal. You know, our guys, when they're in space below the goal line, that's got to be your first look, and we should have a guy there. You know, and if we don't have a guy there, like we talk about that. You know, to me, it's about the balance on the ice, and he found the balance pretty quick, and he was patient in that area. And Cole knows that it's got to be his first look. He found it, and we executed.
Question, John?
Dane, Arbor plays more than 60 minutes tonight. Just what was it about his game that allowed you to trust him like that? And what would you like to see him kind of build upon from tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he pretty efficient, like defensively. You know, obviously he was very physical. You know, and I think there was some simplicity in his game. Like he skated a few, like from hash mark to red line. You know, and instead of looking for something better, especially late in the game, we're managing the game. And just the way Chicago plays, they'll allow our Ds to skate. And I actually feel we got in trouble tonight when our Ds did skate. They moved it too fast, and they were on top of our option. And if you kept skating, you either got the red, or more options would open up. And I felt like he did that, and I felt like we did that as a group in the third. We talked about it between the second and third. And it allowed us to actually, get pucks below the goal line, and whether we were first on it or not, we were on top of it and activated the ozone. OK, merci beaucoup.